What's going on, Bears fans? Welcome back to another Bears video. Today we're going to be doing a game preview of the Cowboys versus Bears game that's happening at Soldier Field this weekend at 3:25, so it is a bit of a later start. Just some key notes or something that I've noticed is both defenses seem to be the storyline. We're going to be able to see which defense is going to be able to step up. The Cowboys defense has definitely struggled. They gave up a huge game to Russell Wilson and the Giants, but were able to pull off that win. So the Cowboys are coming into this one 1-1, and the Bears are coming in 0-2 after a blowout loss in Detroit. So the Bears are definitely looking to rebound both offensive and defensively. Even though offensively the game wasn't too bad, the defense really never gave them a chance. And the Bears offense also needs to establish some sort of run game to be able to help this Bears defense stay off the field. DeAndre Swift hasn't been bad, but he hasn't been good either. The Bears are number one in run block win rate, but rank 31st in EPA per run. So those two as a combination is never good. And I would expect Kyle Monangai or Roshan Johnson to get some sort of significant amount of carries. I know Roshan Johnson's been dealing with an injury, so I'm interested to see who they have as the running back too. If Roshan's healthy, is it going to be Monangai or Johnson? But I would expect either one of them to get some more carries and them to use Swift more as a gadget guy out of the backfield receiving and maybe on more first downs. And then the Cowboys are coming off a 40-point offensive performance where they did score 3 of those points in overtime. But the Cowboys offense looked really good in the second half specifically, and it makes me nervous trying to think that the Bears are going to have to defend both CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens. And a sleeper on that Cowboys offense is definitely Javonte Williams. He's had a really good start to the season, and the Bears haven't been particularly good in run defense either. They just gave up 5.9 yards per carry to the Lions. But I think the Bears offense is definitely in a good spot to be able to shine and give fans some hope versus this depleted Cowboys defense. I think that I would expect Rome to have another big day. I think that I would love to see the tight ends get more involved. I know Ben Johnson said that was kind of on him that the tight ends haven't been involved, but I think kind of the most frustrating point of this offseason or the start of the season, stemming back from the offseason, has been that they spent the 10th overall pick on Colston Loveland, and he's been complete non-effect on this offense. He didn't have one catch last week, and also that goes wrong along with Luther Burden. I know this Bears team has 3 really good receivers ahead of Luther Burden, but I was expecting Ben Johnson to be able to get him some sort of packages and be able to get him the balls, be able to get him the ball effectively and get him out into space and have design plays for him. But that really hasn't been the case here early in the season. So I think the key to getting a successful offensive day versus the Cowboys is I would try to get Loveland and Luther Burden the ball early on and see what they can do out in space. But other than that, I think DJ Moore could use some more targets. It's definitely kind of obvious that Rome has been Caleb's favorite target. That goes back to training camp as well. But we'll see what the offense can do. I think they'll score a good amount of points. I don't know if it'll be enough to beat the Cowboys. I don't know if they can score more than the Cowboys will. I think it will come down to that one big turnover or fumble or some sort of change of possession. I think that is going to have a huge factor on this game. But really, this starts with the Bears defense. I think if they want to have any sort of chance, they're going to have to be able to get some pressure on Dak. Dak was sacked 3 times last week, but this Bears pass rush really has been non existent. And we're going to need to see Sweat, Dexter, and Deo Dangbo be able to get into the backfield, but that really just has not happened yet. It was especially bad versus the Lions. Jared Goff had all day, and he just picked apart the Bears secondary, it was just bad all around. So I would expect the Bears to maybe dial up some more pressure, maybe send Tremaine Edmonds in on a blitz. As far as injuries go for the Bears, it doesn't look like we're going to have T.J. Edwards, Kyler Gordon, or Jalen Johnson. So that's going to be another depleted secondary for the Bears, which is really going to struggle versus this Cowboys offense. I would expect that the Bears would be able to come out better than they have looked in the past. A lot of times, after having a really bad performance, it kind of flips a switch in the defense and they're able to rebound. So I'm optimistic that hopefully they'll be able to rebound, but it's a pretty tough matchup versus Cowboys offense. and I do see this game being high scoring. I think my score prediction, I'm always going to predict the Bears to win. Always will. So my score prediction is going to be 31-28 Bears. I think this is going to be a very close game, and I think whoever gets to 30 points first should get the win. But I'm definitely excited for this game. Something I want to, the big things I'm going to be looking for is this Bears defense. Are they going to dial up more blitz? Are they going to play more zone? Because they got some backups in and can't really leave them one on one versus these receivers, or they're going to lose more times than not. So the Bears defense is a big watching point. I think how the carries are split between the running backs is another big thing to watch. And then the last thing I want to see is I want to see Burden and Loveland be involved in this game a bit more. I think that would give the fans a lot of hope if we get to see them get the ball, because it's very unsettling feeling spending the 10th pick. And I know it's very early, it's first two games of their careers, but it's hard to see that happen and then not get any sort of results with the 10th overall pick early in the season. So I'd hope that they have an impact on this game. And I want to see the Bears bounce back because they do have some winnable games coming up. And I think that if they play well this week, they do have the chance to get back to 500 the following week. So this is a big game at home. I did see somewhere that there's expected to be a lot of Cowboys fans at the game. So if you're a Bears fan going to the game, make sure you guys make some noise and try to throw off that Cowboys cadence. So Soldier Field should be loud. I'm excited for that, and hopefully the Bears can get back and get a win, get in the win column for the first time this season. But I think this is gonna be a really great game. I think my impact player of the game, I'm gonna start picking a player who's gonna have a big game. I'm gonna go with Rome Odunze again. I think he's gonna have 100 yards again, probably a touchdown, and I think we're gonna be walking away realizing that he's the real deal and he's wide receiver one on this team. But that's about it for this recap. I'm looking forward to this game. Leave your score prediction in the comments and what player you think, either both on offense or defense, will have a big day. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe and leave a comment down below because it helps out a ton. Thanks, guys. Have a good one.